Yeah, so on the subject of like numerology and astrology, um, we see a lot of uh those scripted events, let's say, or those fragments of the consciousness that were lost through things like astrology and numerology. So I don't know, like you would have to really look specifically at your own lives to to figure this out more for yourselves. But let's say you guys both as life path 33s, would you say that there are similarities between both of your lives and the way you've been living? I mean, you guys have your own podcast together. Big quality of like the number 6 or 33. Would you feel like your life was at all scripted thus far?
Yes, I'd personally say that it has been a script when I look at my own life. Like I even decoded the podcast and I see everything. Especially for me, I found the 13 links, and I even look back in my own life. I look at the door number of my next door neighbor. When you add the 3 digits, guess what it equals? It equals 13. So it's been there my whole life. So like 13 reduces to 4. I moved into the house I'm in when I was 4. I mean, 13 and 4 for me seem to be connected everywhere in my life. It's crazy, but that, I found it during the time we've done our podcast. You know, obviously, you yourself, Silviu, 13 appears a lot in your life. So to answer your question, yeah, my life is a script. It's just, I feel like these number signs, everyone is given them, but you have to be conscious to see it. And once you do see it, you see repeating numbers every time. It's just you have to be,
Right, it's like it was
you
already
have to,
there.
yeah, think like it's already there.
Yeah, what do you think, Rowan?
Yeah, I think like Ngombe says, like when you look back and you decode the things that have happened in your life, you're always like, it's a bit weird. Like there's clearly the scripting going on, the form of numerology at times. Like I was watching a lot of Decode Reality last year, and he talks about decoding yourself. I think the biggest eye opener for me was like my 2 grandparents passed away last year, so my grandma and my nana, and it was just like it was really weird. I did quite a lot of decoding on it, but there's like always the numbers that were popping up. It was like these very strange connections. Like I remember seeing the number 117 a lot.
Oh, wait, what'd you say?
117.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Oh my God, that's crazy. I see that one a lot too.
Yeah. No, I see it all the time. But so I did some decoding. I thought about the day of Pi, which is like Pi Day, which is the 14th of March, obviously, is 117 days before my birthday. My grandma died on the 20th of July, which is also one of my like closest friend now's birthday, which is quite strange. But yeah, so the date between
Well, 20th of July is
her
117.
the 20th.
20 is 11, and July is 7.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Yeah, but the amount of time between her death date and her birthday of that year was 117 days.
That's great.
And if you're going to do like alchemology, like Logan calls it, where you go into the like alchemical side of it, if you look at like the periodic table and you go to 117, you're going to land on 94 for what's it called? Oh, what's the name of the element?
Plutonium.
Yeah, it's plutonium. Yeah. That's it. And the
94th. That is.
Yeah, the 94th. The alchemical symbol for that 13. Is yeah, and it's Shiva. It's the god Shiva, and my nana also died that year as well, and she died on the 28th of September, I believe, and that is the day leaving 94 days in the year. So there's just like a load of connections between 117 and 94 and stuff like that. And I was like,
Huh.
it's also interesting because that same date as well was when I uploaded my first YouTube video, and that ended up blowing up and getting like 20,000 views. So
I saw that. Yeah, it's a good video.
what, the Ice Cold JT one?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
You can go with those impressions, man.
Appreciate it.
I actually looked into the ice cold guy and I was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Ice Cold JT, back with another video. You read the title, the biggest mistake I made on NoFap.
What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Ice Cold JT, back with another video. You read the title. This is how to get to day 9 million on NoFap.
Hey, maybe we can do it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to come as Donald Trump, but then I had to change my mind because I didn't have the proper clothing. I think I've lost what I had.
That was a shame, you know. Could have seen a Donald Trump impression.
Big shame. Big shame. Could have seen a great impression of Donald Trump. Okay. It'd have been tremendous. Much better than Sleepy Joe Biden. You can't do an impression like me. Okay.
What impression? Hilarious. How do you do it, man? What's the secret?
I genuinely don't know. That just clicked one day. Usually it's just like it'll click in my head. Like I'll be listening to a video, like a podcast of them, and I won't be able to get it for ages. And then one day it'll just click and I'll be able to do it. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. You just have to like listen to the tempo and the rhythm of how they speak, what sort of things they say. I think that's the biggest thing, is like little things that they say every now and then. So like Trump says like okay a lot after he spoke. And if you have those things, it just sort of like solidifies the impression and makes it more distinguishable.